your music videos.
Mhm.
You guys have got some legendary videos, man. Like,
We've got a couple, yeah.
what's the process with that? I don't want to just keep asking general questions here,
No, it's
but
fine.
it's like, I'm sure you've answered this tons of times. You guys obviously come up with the ideas. Like, you guys got a rough idea for the video.
Sorta. Our first video that we did for the song "Run This," that's the one that kind of like went viral
Which has
or
got
whatever.
millions of views.
Yeah, I think it's like creeping on 70 million, which is
crazy.
insane. That's just on YouTube. It has other, I guess like Vimeo has like a few million and shit too, which is it's still mind blowing to me.
Amazing video. Let me just.
Thank you. Yeah, that one, like, we definitely cannot really take the full credit for. That was more like our director that was really had the vision. He was a fan and kind of came to us and said, do you have any new music? Like, I want to do a video. And we we're like, oh, we never really thought about doing a music video. We sent him a bunch of songs we were like just finishing up. That happened to be one of them, but it's a very kind of like, it's an aggressive song, but it's also kind of mellow. It's not like a, I don't know. It's like dark. It's really dark and it's hard to explain, I guess. But yeah, it's just a dark, like, it's not a single or anything, you know what I mean? That you would usually do a video for. But yeah, he came back to us and he was like, this is the one. I know exactly what I want to do. And he kind of ran down a bit of a premise for us. It wasn't as elaborate as it ended up coming out to be at the time, but we thought, okay, yeah, this is cool. So we approached our management with it. They were not stoked about it. Our manager at the time was like, no, this isn't the one. Like, if you're going to do a video, like maybe try this one, or, she just was not into it at all. But after reading the treatment, when he came back with like a solid plan, we were like, okay, no, yeah, this is, and I think it kind of changed as the video was going on. Like he wanted to add other little things. Like, if you've watched the video, I don't know if anyone's out there seen it, but if you go watch the video at the end, there's kind of a controversial scene with a little boy holding a gun.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah. That was added in kind of last minute, and it happened to be the, like, this harsh kind of climax to the video and when we first saw the first cut, we were like, oh shit, this is going to cause us some problems going forward. We kind of knew that, but I mean, again, this is an art piece. It's a music video. It's not real life. And we wanted people to kind of take their own, form their own opinions around it, and whether that was like something that they found inspiring or told this crazy story and took it for what it was, or took it really literal, which a lot of people did. We were getting death threats after that video came out, and people were finding us on Facebook and threatening to come kick the shit out of us and like all kinds of shit.
Jesus,
it's crazy,
man.
yeah.
What was it like? What did people not?
I think people just thought we were promoting like gun violence, promoting kids. But I mean, really, that's what you took away from it, which is fine, you're kind of missing the whole point of the whole thing. The video is it's sort of like about the cycle of violence and police brutality and stuff, and the influence on the youth and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, again, we kind of like, it was a tough time because we were really proud of all the work we did on it or whatever, but we're also like, I think if it happened today, we would be in a lot more trouble.
Yeah,
it's a whole different
that's
climate,
a whole
other climate now.
game. But like, I mean, there's nothing like blatantly, like I think you got to kind of dig to find offense with the video. Like, I mean, there's guns, right. Yes. Yeah. What's the difference between the Run This video and say the movie Training Day?
Nothing.
Won an Academy Award, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, that's what like, I understand why people would be angry with it. But like, I think just perspective is everything. Other people will take it one way and the other people will take it the other. It's just like, we can't really like stop that. I can't tell people not to feel offended when they're offended. You know, we had a guy that was like, I don't even remember his name or whatever, but he was like an art promoter, like a visual art promoter. And a lot of his art he was promoting and doing galleries for had a lot of like violent tones to them. And he was freaking out online about us, like losing it. Like, who are these two punk ass white kids from, you know, like, what do they know about like gun violence? And we were like, we don't know anything about this. We just, you know, presented our art as you would, you know, and yeah. But I mean, again, I like don't, I can't get mad at that. You know, everyone's allowed to have their own opinion and form their own opinion. And again, if you're offended by it, then you're offended by it. I can't change anyone's mind about that.
But I love the whole idea of like, I hate violence, so I'm going to kick your ass.
Like, I mean, that's kind of like, I never really thought about it like that, but I remember being like, I mean, that was kind of it. Yeah.
I mean, but I guess when you put your art out there and millions of people view it, it's going to rub the odd person the wrong way.
That's it.
I'm sure many more people were inspired by it. I remember watching it the first time, just going, holy shit. Like, they shot a movie in 4 or 5 minutes. Like,
yeah, it was a
real journey, dude. Like, that's an incredible story.
We were blown away by the end. Like, I mean, Tom and I at the time were traveling a lot and we were touring a lot. So we weren't really around to kind of witness what was like taking place. Like, the video was being shot while we were on the road. There was one day that we got to go watch it being filmed, and it was a really intense day. We filmed in like a very, very sus area in Toronto. Like crackheads everywhere. It was the scene, if you watch the video, of a guy pulling up in like an old car and the kid coming out and handing him drugs. And it was a very quick, like, whatever. We were there all day and we like saw some shit, but like also getting to see like wow, this is really a big production. At the time, Much Music was doing video grants with a company called Much Fact. That was a division of Much Music, and you can apply for a grant. You basically like send in your song and the director will send in their treatment or whatever. And we were fortunate enough to get like a really big grant. We put some extra money in on top of it, but yeah, it was cool to watch this like somewhat big budget thing unfold for this, you know, this song we made in our bedroom, essentially, you know.
Wild, man. Yeah, it's just watching it turn into a full scale.
Yeah, and like, you know, the impact it had after. Like, we won a Much Music Video Award for it. We won an award at Cannes Film Festival for it. Oh, wow. Yeah, there was like, you know, it opened a lot of doors for us going forward. We had a label deal on the table after that. It was like a really big thing for us, you know.
Very, very cool, man.
Yeah.
I know it's definitely not like your biggest accomplishment ever, but it must have been pretty cool to like for a kid growing up on music videos and that, to actually see the video on Much Music.
And they played it a lot. Like, I think we were on the Much Music countdown for like 8 weeks or something crazy. And we were like, how is this happening? Like, at the time, I mean, we don't even have that anymore, but at the time it was a big deal for us, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really a cool experience. And I remember talking to someone that worked at Much Music at the time. They had mentioned like, we had to have a huge meeting about this video because they were skeptical about playing it. And thank goodness we had a few people there that were, you know, like lobbying for us and said, you know, this is an important video and it's important we show this. And yeah, so shout out to them.
Oh, yeah. Man, yeah, Much Music, dude. That was just to get a video on there is so cool.
Yeah, it was a trip for real. It was definitely an amazing experience.